Hi there, welcome to another edition of JaxParks TV. I'm Jamie Curlew.
And I'm Pam Roman. Thanks for watching. We are bringing you today's show from the fantastic Northbank Riverwalk in downtown Jacksonville. This park actually runs all the way from Berkman Plaza south to I-95 and Riverside, and it has spectacular views of downtown and the river all along the way.
That's right, Pam. And we'll also highlight some of its features throughout the show. And we'll invite you to come along on a guided tour to check out one of our area's natural preserves.
That's it. But first up, an activity that is sure to bring more energy and excitement to downtown, and it's coming the first Saturday of every month. I recently sat down with one of the people planning this event. Let's listen in. Well, hi everyone. We are in downtown Jacksonville, the middle of September. It is almost a picture-perfect Chamber of Commerce day. And speaking of Chamber of Commerce, how you like that segue? Joining me is the Chamber's Director of Downtown Engagement, Tony Allegretti. And Tony is here today to talk to us about some of the activities that are going to be happening downtown, including something coming up on the first Saturdays of every month. So Tony, tell us first what's going on with downtown activities in general.
Sure. Well, Pam, as you know, downtown has really gained a lot of momentum lately. We've got businesses moving in, new restaurants, new things to do. It's really taken off. You know, our residential is almost at capacity. We've got a waiting list on some of the apartment rentals, that sort of thing. It's because we've got such a beautiful and active Riverwalk, and we're just going to activate it more and create more opportunities.
And one of those opportunities is Community First Saturdays. Did I say that correctly?
Yep.
So tell us about those.
Yeah, so Community First Saturdays is a Chamber of Commerce produced event that we're doing right here on the Riverwalk. We're activating the Riverwalk with free activities. So we'll start with free yoga, free Tai Chi, free Zumba classes, hula fitness classes, bike tours, bike valet, so you can check in your bike, and that's basically right here behind the Times Union Center. A lot of fun activities, and then we're actually expanded to the old courthouse parking lot where we'll have more lounging and recreation, food trucks, DJs, a bar, and sort of cafe tables, umbrellas, really to cap the Riverwalk at that end, when we have the arts market at the other end, just really activating the Riverwalk and getting people out.
And one of the things that's happening on the first Community First Saturday, which is coming up October 6th, is JaxParks is joining with the Community First Saturdays to have our Art in the Park activities along with the rest of the activities on the Riverwalk. Tony has been involved with Art in the Park for several years now. Talk to us more about this partnership that we're doing on the first Saturday.
Sure. Well, as you know, Art in the Park is a great deal. I think what's probably the 9th year, 10th year. It's a great way for the kids in the community to come out and do hands-on art things. We have such a deep pool of cultural activities in the city. Art in the Park's a great way to kind of dip your toe in it. If you're a family, it's a free event, and it's excellent. I'm so happy that we can combine Art in the Park with Community First Saturdays, because it really is compelling to get the family out. All the activities are free, and it's a really excellent way. It's one of the JaxParks' greatest events, and so to have it combined with Community First Saturdays is really a gift. Yeah.
One more question for you. What would you say to people that don't really come downtown, maybe they don't work down here, they don't have a lot going on that forces them to come down here, about these activities that are happening on Saturdays?
Oh, that's a great question. In fact, that's why we're doing it. Our Riverwalk and our river is beautiful. It's very clean. It's, cities all over the world envy what we've got here. So we're just doing some pop-up things along the Riverwalk to kind of compel folks to come do it. But it's always here. It doesn't. You don't have to come on the first Saturday of the month to come enjoy it. The art walk or the arts market is happening every Saturday. And the other thing about downtown on a Saturday is it's always free parking. You've got easy access. The perpendiculars to the river are wide open. And one thing that I'd also like to mention, and this is especially important for kids, is that we're turning on the Skyway. So the Skyway will be on every Community First Saturdays. And if you've ever taken your kid on the Skyway, then that they're going to be begging you to come out, because it's a thrill ride for the kids. And it also helps us connect with Mosh, Mocha, the library. It's a great thing. thing. So again, we're just activating downtown and showing off what's already here, but we really think it's going to be a great way to kind of get folks that haven't been downtown in maybe a decade or so to come see what it's like, because I think you'll be impressed.
So how do people get information?
Sure. The best way right now is we've got a good blog. It's called communityfirstsaturdays.com. You can also find us on Twitter and on Facebook. So, the interwebs, the best way to find us, but really coming down and being a part of it, you'll stay tuned, I'm sure.
So that means that we will see all of you down here on the first and maybe other Saturdays throughout the month. communityfirstsaturdays.com. Stay tuned. Now for a complete listing of all of JaxParks' upcoming events. You just heard about JaxParks' 9th annual Art in the Park. It's joining Community First Saturdays on October 6th for a day of fun and art on the Northbank Riverwalk. Interactive activities will include painting, drawing, papermaking, keyboards, and more. Art in the Park sponsors include Community First Saturdays, the Jacksonville Landing, Times Union Center for the Performing Arts, and the Jacksonville Public Library. JaxParks' 6th annual Worldwide Day of Play returns this month with fun Nickelodeon-style games like slime, musical pies, relay races, and much more. It's all happening noon to 3 p.m. Saturday, September 29th at Woodstock Park. Sponsors include the Jacksonville Jaguars and Wilson Children's Hospital. JaxParks' Fall Singles Racquetball Tournament for ages 16 and up is scheduled for 9 a.m. Saturday, October 13th at the Cecil Gym and Fitness Center. Also on October 13th, Sierra Club's Second Hike Saturdays heads to Dutton Island Preserve. More information is available online at meetup.com/Sierra Club Northeast Florida Group. The half-century adult softball tournament swings into play Saturday and Sunday, October 20th and 21st at Drew Park. And the fall table tennis tournament is scheduled for Saturday, October 27th at Legend Center. You must register by October 24th to compete. More information on these events and other activities happening at JaxParks is available online at JaxParks.com. Just behind me, you see the Jacksonville Fire Memorial. It was dedicated in 2003 to mark the 100th anniversary of Jacksonville's Great Fire. Now, JaxParks TV is going to take a short break, but we'll be back, so stay with us.
I'm Mayor Alvin Brown, here to tell you about the City of Jacksonville's first mobile app to help you prepare for hurricane season. JaxReady helps you monitor fire and weather threats, get evacuation alerts in the event of a natural disaster, and much more. This app was developed by the city's Information Technologies Division and the Emergency Preparedness Division to help you stay safe this hurricane season.
Hi, I'm Garrett Teague, co-host of JaxParks TV, and I'm here at the River Runner statues right across the street from the Hyatt and across the river from the Crown Plaza. We just told you about some of our upcoming events, but there's still one we've yet to mention. October is Greenways and Trails Month. We talked a lot about Mayor Brown's People+Parks connection with its emphasis on improving trails throughout Northeast Florida. Earlier this week, JaxParks staff shared some of its current progress and exciting new developments coming up.
Mayor Alvin Brown has proclaimed October as Jacksonville Greenways and Trails Month. That's in conjunction with a similar designation by Governor Rick Scott for the state of Florida. It's also in keeping with the mayor's People+Parks connection announced earlier this summer. Both the mayor and JaxParks are focused on making Jacksonville's trails more accessible.
So the goal is to get people out to these properties, show them that we have it, give them access to it so that they can use it and enjoy it, but give them that access in a responsible way so that we are being good stewards of the environment and that we can have that nice balance of preservation but also access and enjoyment and education for the public. Working with the mayor's People+Park connection, we have expanded access by improving the overall miles of trails that we have out on our facilities. We've worked with several different interest groups, including the Southern Off-Road Mountain Biking Association, SORBA, to improve the signage on the trails, the connectivity of those trails, and to really make them a little bit more friendly.
JaxParks is also working with other groups like the Sierra Club. Not only does the group host monthly tours on different trails, but it also introduces people to some of the park's more unique resources.
We have some historic battlefields in the area that we have at our parks, Camp Milton Historic Preserve. We have some really neat ecosystems and some unique wildlife that are out on our sites. And if you have somebody out there who's knowledgeable in those areas, they can really point some of that stuff out to you and give you a unique experience on the trails.
Jacksonville already has an extensive trail system, but the city is working on several long-term plans to improve trail connectivity. According to preservation staff, one of those projects will link us into the East Coast Greenway.
We've got the Timaquan Trail over in the northeast corner of Jacksonville in partnership with the Florida Park Service and National Park Service. So that is a paved corridor linking Nassau County to the north and going down through the Talbot Islands, linking to Huguenot Park, and then across using the ferry down to Hanna Park. So that's a multi-phase project, and they just finished the second phase of that.
Other projects include eventually connecting the Jacksonville-Baldwin Rail Trail to both the S-Line, which is an urban trail near downtown, and to the Cecil Recreational Trail in West Jacksonville.
If you have a property that's off limits to people, even though it may be a great piece of property that has wonderful wildlife habitat and great wetlands and does a great job through a great benefit to us for providing us clean water and clean air, if you don't get people out there and engaging them into that natural resource and explaining to them, hey, this is why we keep this and this is what that value is to you, that it really imparts onto them a true appreciation for that property and for those resources that we're protecting.
A number of studies have determined that trails can have a positive impact on a community's economy, promote healthy lifestyles, and improve overall quality of life. For JaxParks, trails are all that and more.
Trails are the best way, I believe, to get out there and to experience, to get up front with those resources that we are preserving for our future generations. And those are really our gems. You know, that's our legacy that we're leaving behind.
Now we're heading to the riverside portion of the Northbank Riverwalk. As you can see behind me, there's a spiral walkway that'll take you over the train tracks right behind the Florida Times Junior building. After the last story, I hope you're ready to go out and explore some of the trails. Jean Schubert, our park naturalist, will give you some basic tips to get you started.
October is one of my favorite times of the year because Greenways and Trails Month falls in the month of October, and we've got a few tips here to remind you to have a wonderful time when you're outdoors, but to be safe and comfortable. Number one tip is, in Florida, year-round, you need sunscreen. Now, without endorsing any brands, we've got a few selections here, but you want to make sure you put the sunscreen on at least 30 minutes before you go out the door. Take along some that are pocket size as well, because you'll want to reapply. That's important. The next thing you want to put on, insect repellent. Year-round, mosquitoes are about, and you need to have protection about them. Whether you use one with a high DEET or whether you use one with a more natural ingredient, you still need that protection. And before you step out that door, make sure you're wearing closed-toed shoes. You don't need shoes as heavy-duty as my hiking boots, but make sure they have an entire closed area around the toe. Tenny run ears like this are good as well. Closed toes, that's the key. Don't forget your head when you go outside. In the summer, you'll want to use a visor. A visor will let the heat escape from your head. But other times, a ball cap is fine. Go Ospreys. And better yet, something with a 3-inch brim that goes around. That'll protect you from the sun. Your ears won't get burned. The back of your neck won't get burnt as well. In addition, your shades. Take your shades. Very important as well, anytime you're out of doors, take your water. Take more than you think you're going to need because it can get hot. You need to replenish yourself, keep hydrated. That'll keep you very comfortable and protect you from anything like heat stroke or heat exhaustion. We have strange weather sometimes in Florida. You never know when those rain showers are going to come. So if you can, take along a lightweight jacket. One like this is good for both rain and the wind, and will fold up nicely in your pocket just to make you comfortable. Another somewhat important thing to bring, at least it's important to me, are snacks. We like our munchies. Something as complex as an energy bar or as simple as some candy. It's a good thing to have in your pocket. The most important thing of all, though, your JaxParks activity guide. That way, you will know where to go for fun. All the environmental education programs are listed in the back. In addition to celebrating Greenways and Trails Month, we have more than 20 different programs outdoors for you to enjoy. So come on out and enjoy your JaxParks. And be safe, comfortable, and don't forget about the basics. Basics are the key. Thanks.
Well, that's it for another edition of JaxParks TV. Thanks for watching. Make sure to follow us on our Facebook page, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest, as well as our website, JaxParks.com.
Until next time, we'll see you in the parks.